Good news all around coming for AMD this past week. May 14th, announced a new $6 billion share repurchase buyback program, basically increasing its authorization to that 10 billion. And then they also entered into a $10 billion collab with that Saudi Arabian AI startup. So all in all, good news in here for the past week. You can see on the weekly chart, green in here for the week. We're kind of closed right at this 200 SMA. So you can see we're 117.17. That 200 SMA is here at 116.7. So basically right above it, but from the looks of it visually, just kind of glancing at it, we're sitting right at it. You can see there's a lot of touch points in here in the past from that 200 SMA. So a little bit of a breather here would be fine. Our max pain would be down here around this 113.75. Anything below that would be consolidation range in between this 99.51 and that 113 area. So about a 14 dollar channel there that we would be end up consolidating in if we do end up breaching the 113.75s. Here on the daily chart, you can kind of see what happened overall in the week. So we have a gap here that we have about, we have a gap here that we have to worry about, and then three red candles on the day, obviously just kind of are on this daily here. So a little over exhaustion, a little pullback in here, but a little bit more it looks like it's going to be needed here. So perhaps kind of sitting on this 113.75 for a little bit, get this 9-day EMA and this 200 SMA closer first before we start working our way either higher or lower would probably be healthy. Now, we do have to mention what happened in here in after hours on Friday. So obviously you had that big run up pre-market here on Friday. Not a whole lot of anything during the trading session in here. Obviously, you had, $1.50 basically high and low in here, all in all. But after hours, you had that big tank in here. So where's that currently put us? It currently puts us right around that 113.75. We're all the way down in here by that 114 mark. So we kind of have to keep that in mind depending on how far we're going to get gapping down on Monday or how much we're going to gap up, which I don't think we're going to gap up, but you never know. Depending on how far we're going to gap down on Monday or not, we could be above or below this 113.75. Right now, we're currently above it. So anything below that level, we're going to be focusing on that gap that we have to fill here, which is going to be 112.63. Anything above it, we're just going to say, hey, we're going to chalk it up to some consolidation, and then we'll watch the 115, we'll watch the 118 for our next resistances. And if we do end up coming down here below, we talked about that $14 range in here, the 99.51s and the 113.75s. We have a gap in here that we have to fill 103. So that is going to be something that we kind of have to worry about as well if we are going to stay in this big $14 channel here. But all in all, it looks like we are going to be just gapping down just a little bit. And it looks like that 113.75s will hold for now. So if we go to our options chain in here, we can look up for AMD so we can kind of check the whole volatility of what everybody is seeing in here options wise. What are the premiums going to be in here? Are they going to be high or are they going to be low? It looks like overall IV rank is 19, so premium's relatively low compared to itself in here. $6 expected move by this Friday, $8 expected move by the next Friday. Go all the way out to your June monthlies, right around a $12 expected move is what everybody is pricing in here for AMD. Again, what are we looking at in here? We're looking for a gap down. If we do gap down and we hold the 113.75, that's going to be our support. If we're below that, that is going to be our resistance. If we're below the 113.75, 112 gap, and then we have to worry about a gap down here at 103 resistance wise, 115, 118 if we kind of break even at open. So that is what we're looking at overall in here on AMD. Premiums relatively low compared to itself. RSI is overbought on the daily and weekly, so keep that in mind as we are tracking this. All right, guys, if you like this video about AMD, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you're interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.